back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas. This is our time to talk all the latest reality TV gossip and, of course, Jeff Lewis. So get comfortable in comments. If you're new, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to follow. Make sure you're subscribing. All the good stuff. Let's get started with shout out news. Okay, today we're going to chat a little bit about Bethany's show yesterday. Oh my gosh. Today's juicy scoop that was out with Heather. She had Brandy and Julie on. Rick and Kelly touched on a little bit of Shannon. It's not looking good for them being friends in the future, if you ask me. And we're going to chat about some weird stuff on Housewives of OC last night, which I'm thankful for. I think we all needed a little palate cleansing. Y'all know I often watch like 90 Day Fiance, 600-Pound Life, my other favorite obsessed shows to like cleanse my palate if there's some crazy Jeff Lewis stuff going on or Bravo. So anyways, I was kind of glad it was pretty much a light OC last night. So let me know what you think in comments. Okay, let's get started. Are y'all watching the Bethany show? It comes out every Wednesday. Yesterday was weird. What I love about them is they're only about 8 to 13 minutes, maybe 15. Love that. Perfect for my self-diagnosed ADD, right? This one was like, maybe it was in the vault. Maybe she's traveling. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's taking a vacation. I don't know. But it was something about in 2021, maybe definitely during COVID. It's footage from when she made the decision to do live on-stage comedy in like 9 days. This is so on brand for Bethany Frankel. So she decides to do stand-up comedy. She reaches out to all of her famous celebrity comedian friends. They all get back to her. She lets us know because, she's super important. And she doesn't do a terrible job. I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't seem like anyone. First of all, I'd never heard of this. How did we miss that Bethany Frankel did stand-up comedy in New York City and we never even heard about this? I don't know if she, promoted it much. It was apparently the first night that this comedy store was open back up during the pandemic. Everyone had to wear masks, things like that. No one in the audience seemed to even know who she was. I mean, they freaking had Bethany Frankel in front of them. I don't have any footage. If anyone sees anything where they were video or recording, let me know. I'm here for it. But it wasn't terrible. But what I've said all along, and maybe this is why her people, as she told me in DM, blocked me on TikTok. Oh, wait, no. Let me think. Yeah, she blocked me on TikTok, but not on Instagram. And then eventually, she unblocked me, what I tell y'all, about a week or two ago on TikTok. Anyways, hope this doesn't get me blocked again. The videos are terrible. Like, she's got all the money in the world. Whoever she is paying to do her videos, like, the stand-up was really good, but then they would like stop and insert something about what she was talking about. But it's not even done that well. Like, throw some more money that person's way, hire someone better. I don't know. They just seem very amateur, considering that she is self-producing this herself and she's like putting all of her energy and time into doing her own thing because she doesn't want other people to be in control of her editing or her shows or her content. So it's so weird. NW Selly says, you remember this, but you don't think she wrote her own material. I mean, maybe she didn't. It was short, but it was really good. I mean, it was some funny stuff. She delivered it well. She didn't seem too nervous. Like I said, it's the production value and the content of these videos that she's doing, which we'll talk about a little bit later because Amanda McCants and Joey actually on the after show today chatted, mostly Amanda, about the latest drama with Bethany that we've already talked about, kind of getting canceled sort of for trying to give away these opened and used items, makeup items from other people to TJ Maxx. Anyways, okay. Thank you for the Jeff Lewis Sleuth. I adore you, who reminded me that Julie, because Heather, speaking of block, Heather McDonald continues to block me on Instagram. So I cannot see her stuff. It's funny when people send me something on DM and it says content unavailable or something like that. I'm like, oh, there's so many people that have blocked me. Like, who could this be from? So I literally have to ask them what they tried to send me. So, thank you for the reminders that Brandy and Julie are on today's Juicy Scoop. So I watched it on, and y'all let me know that they definitely. So is this a thing with Brandy and Julie? Are they known for this? Because I don't, never seen them live. I don't know their material that much. They have to have a podcast, Dumb Gay Podcast. It's called, not Dumb Gay Politics anymore. And they also have a Patreon. But they do a lot of illusions, like a lot of, not illusions. What's the word? Shit, not illusions. Whatever it is, where you try to talk in like a story, but you don't exactly say what it is. So basically, about 4 to 5 minutes into today's Juicy Scoop, Brandy and Julie are there with Heather. They're talking about Jen Shaw becoming friends with Elizabeth What's-Her-Face in prison, okay, which they're in Texas, just a couple hours from me. Analogies, innuendo, that's the word. Thank you so much. You're always my brain for me. Thank you. And they're talking about being in prison and kind of making fun of that. And then Heather says something about, oh, I'm here because of a radio show convicted me of stealing $10,000 earrings, and then saying that I have I'm brain damaged or something like that. Totally a dig at Jeff Lewis, totally talking about that, which is fine. Jeff continues to talk about her too and give little digs. So definitely something was going on there for sure. And then Brandy, I'm sorry, makes a joke about, oh, well, I'm here because I got in trouble for, what did she say? Something about her job. She's unprofessional at her job or something like that. So again, another dig about serious Jeff Lewis for sure. Yeah, just lots of insinuations, as some people said. Bravo and Stone, such a big word to use. Thank you. Sherry says, where do I know you from? I don't know, Sherry. I don't know. I'm not on OnlyFans. Anyways, okay, so catch that if you want to. Rick and Kelly show this morning. So I don't know. Dark humor. Yeah, they were talking about dark humor too. Getting in trouble for that. Thank you. I don't see a future for Kelly and Shannon the way they envisioned it before last weekend's DUI, in trouble with Shannon. So Kelly lets us know that she got a tip from somebody that, she's always talked about this TMZ person that kind of tips her off to different things. I guess he let her know, which they all live in the same sort of general area, right? Like they literally biked over to Shannon's area and John Jansen down the street the other day. So Kelly is saying that she got a warning that all these paparazzi were like hiding. Okay. So they were going to get shots of Shannon if she came out. So Kelly says that she texted Shannon and said, hey, I'm just letting you know, there's all these paparazzi. They're in people's yards. They're kind of hiding, whatever. All Shannon texted back was, wow. Crickets. And Kelly seemed to catch that. Also, we have to know that Kelly has talked about recently how she showed up unannounced and she didn't say that she was coming. They didn't let her in. She was mad that Vicky didn't come to the door and say hi to her. She is good friends with Vicky. I mean, I don't know. I have to wonder. I'm sure Shannon is overwhelmed at the very least, for sure. She might be working on putting out a PR statement for all we know. That has not come out as of yet. But we also don't know if they trust that Kelly's not going to whip out her phone and start making videos and posting them. I mean, you have to understand it's kind of what she does. So even though Jeff Lewis talked to her recently about, hey, slow your roll on making these quick, impulsive Instagram stories that kind of get you in trouble where you're running your mouth recently about Shannon, and slow your roll. Well, she didn't take that advice, right? So who knows? I just don't see. At the very end of it, they're talking about the Newark airport. They are don't get any props from Newark airport for this because they're basically like, the airport's gross. The whole area around it is gross. I mean, in pure Kelly fashion, she's being brutally honest, right? And Rick. So they're talking about taxi drivers basically in the taxi line. And she says something about they smell like curry and BO. And Rick tried to smooth over it, basically like, well, I don't know about curry. And she was like, well, garlic and spices and whatever. I'm like, I haven't read her YouTube comments, but I'm sure she'll get, well, I don't even know. Does she get blasted for that kind of stuff? Or is it all like Kelly stands in the comments so they don't really say anything to her like that? I don't know. Kelly Dodd is one of those that definitely has, I guess, just like anyone, right? If you're popular, for better or for worse, you've got super strong fans on one side and super strong haters on the other side, right? So y'all noticed it too. Yeah, they don't want Kelly around because she'll release an emergency Patreon again. I mean, I'm just saying. Nick James says, I've been flying to a ton to New York to see my boyfriend. Shout out. You sound like Jameson now. And Newark is actually nice and have not had any of those situations. I thought I heard they redid Newark. I was in there, that airport, December 2021 when we had a quick layover to Italy, but I don't remember much about the airport because it was chaotic and it was COVID and it was just a lot. Speaking of chaotic, Real Housewives of OC last night. I don't know. I was sort of glad. I know I'm going to get hate from the people that don't think Shannon deserves any sympathy, but I will repeat, two things can be true. We can all hate the decision that Shannon Bedore made to drive drunk, but we can also feel sympathy and empathy that she's going through this horrific situation. Okay, so don't come at me. I have a right to my opinion, and it is what it is. Okay, so I was glad that we didn't happen to have OC last night that was just blatantly her crazy drunk. Because, I mean, it could have been, right? They're on a girls' trip. They're in Mexico. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible timing. Instead, we see the crazy picture that Taylor Armstrong posted of her and Vicky Gunvalson on the trip. And she basically is like, what did you think of tonight's show? And it was, I mean, God bless her confidence. It was not a flattering picture of either one of them. Apparently, I'm told comments had to be, I saw this on Daily Dose of Donna. So shout out to that Facebook group that somebody, I'm pretty sure it was that one. Somebody posted they actually turned off the comments in that. And I'm like, darn it, I wish I'd have read those comments. Anyway, so it was pretty good. There was something that I remembered last night. I know towards the end, somehow it came up that Shannon Bedore forgot a toothbrush. Okay, not a big deal. I don't tend to forget my toothbrush, but I have 5 children, so somebody has always forgotten a toothbrush at one point, okay? So we always get another one from Concierge, or we find a CVS, the shop, anything. 5 days Shannon didn't brush her freaking teeth. She used her finger. Ew, like even Tamara was like, hey, we've got, like, she says she couldn't find the right tram to go to the resort store or whatever. You are on production. I mean, you're on a TV show. Tell someone, hey, I need a toothbrush, and I'm sure they would have done it for you. There was something else, and it wasn't the crazy way she was trying to walk into that restaurant at the end, which was super weird, when actually I guess she could have walked around. She seemed honestly terrified of doing that. Oh, she said she used a towel. I thought she said she used her finger. There was something else, because I almost made an Instagram story about it last night. And then I realized it was just too soon. Like it wasn't right. It wasn't the right story to make. But there was something else. Y'all tell me in comments what it was. There was something weird. Oh, Sheila posted that. Shout out, Sheila. That was really good. There was something else worse to me that Shannon admitted to or did something on the show. And now I can't remember what it was. It's killing me. Vicky Gunvalson, though. I guess she admitted this at BravoCon last year. How did I miss this? I was a couple of the Watch What Happened lives at BravoCon last year, and maybe I missed this. I would have never thought for 1 second, Vicky is pretty hoity-toity, pretty conservative. Shout out, Donna. Yes, the toothbrush was so gross. But Donna, what else? We did just talk about the toothbrush. What else was it? The maxi pad. Oh my God, Teresa, thank you so much. So Tamara, I think, or somebody tells her that, hey, you got toilet paper hanging out of your butt, out of your panties. And she's like, no, it's a maxi pad. What are we, Megan Weaver, lying that you still have your period? At least Megan Weaver is in her younger 50s. Shannon Bedore just turned 59, because shout out, me and Jeff Lewis and Shannon all share the same March 24th birthday. Shout out Aries, if that's even a good thing. I'm not even sure. Yeah, Donna says, it sounds disgusting and a hot mess to me. I don't even think she was drunk at the time. I think she was literally just, oh, is it a maxi pad? Because for peeing. Oh my God, I thought she was trying to act like she was on her. So that's not a maxi pad, honey. I guess that's what's that word that Lisa Rinna, depends. Oh my God, this is why I love chatting with y'all. I didn't even think of the pee thing. Y'all, I have given birth 5 different times. I mean, 6 if you call a DNC, but we won't. That's a sad story. We won't go into that. But I don't even have to wear Depends. Now I'm 50 years old, but these girls on the OC, what is with their bladder? Lack of bladder control. Oh my God! Donna Bowling had coffee with Monica Casey, and y'all talked about me. I cannot wait. I hope maybe we'll meet her again. Is today 9 days from now, Donna, that I'm going to meet you live? Ah, so excited. Anyway, so weird. Okay, back to Vicki Gunvalson. I was shocked that I missed at BravoCon last year. She's had happy endings from a massage. Like, how does that even work? If you don't want to say it here in front of everyone, send me a DM on Instagram. I can't envision this. I've had many massages. Now, Vicki always talks about her sex life and her love tank being filled up, okay? She goes from man to man to man. She doesn't go a long time, right? Yeah, Kim says she's 62 and doesn't have bladder issues. What is going on with these OC ladies? So Vicki, how does this work? How did she admit this? Is she not the last housewife of all the franchises that I would ever assume would have either had a happy ending or admitted to a happy ending from a massage? How does that come up? You know how they ask you, are you hydrated? Do you have any, areas of concern? Do you like soft? Do you like firm? Do you just write that? Is there a code? Is there like a pineapple you draw a picture of? How does this come up? I know that men have happy endings. It seems a little easier. Everything is a little more external and laid out on the table, if you will, right? Literally, figuratively. A woman, I don't know about y'all. I've been married 23 years. My husband is super good with his hands. We'll just say that. It seems a little more for a woman to have to come to fruition with that, with some strange woman trying to get, it's a foot movement, apparently. Oh my God, Donna, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me to go get a couples massage with you in LA. Oh my God, I'm just dying. Victoria is freaky, y'all say. I do think she probably is. I'm not as shocked that she's had this done. I'm shocked that she would ever admit this on camera. Okay. But also we see Heather Dubrow has a rough day, right? She's like, I hate these people. They just never have my back. They're always out to get me. I don't disagree with that. Pretty sad when you're kind of on the outs with Taylor and you have to like spill your heart to Taylor and hope you get a little bit of empathy. I think she did. I think Taylor did a great job with that. But I was surprised that Vicki was like holier than thou about all the fighting. And she literally gets up and leaves and says, look, I've grown. I'm better than this. I don't need this in my life. Girl, you begged. You were so pissed off at Andy, Bravo, everybody that you were kicked off the show, that you were a friend of. And now on this episode, towards the very end, you're going to be like, I'm better than this. I don't like to fight. Whoever is editing OC this year, I mean, fantastic job. The way they put her, all these images of her fighting and getting in people's faces, it was awesome. Vicki would have screamed, oh, God, I can't even. Okay, there are some things I cannot think of, and Vicki having the big O is right up top of that, right? I just can't even. Lightwork says, I agree. She'd never not had a man for the sake of just having one, for sure, right? Heather should not be on the show. I think Heather loves being on the show. I think she is gearing up, and we know she just bought this mansion in the sky, or whatever it's called, condo, whatever, in Beverly Hills. I think she's inching towards moving to Beverly Hills. I think she's basically saying, these aren't my people. I am reality TV gold because I'm amazing. And I don't disagree. I think she's great. I really do. But I think she's Beverly Hills girl. I think she'll be transitioning over to that, just like some other people have. It wouldn't shock me if Cynthia Bailey comes up on one of the other shows instead of Atlanta, since she doesn't live there anymore. 9 out of 10 of her guys aren't decent. Yeah. Lightworks. Vicki does not have a good picker. This guy that she has now, Mike, she apparently was introduced through Kelly Dodd. So they're all friends too, for sure. Sherry says Heather was made to be on the Beverly Hills show. Yeah, I think she's Beverly Hills for sure. You know, they've moved out of OC. Her kids are going away to college, or are away at college. So I think she's moved on. Okay, let's move on to today's Jeff Lewis and the Jeff Lewis After Show. Today was Carnie Wilson and Vahdat. Now, y'all know I'm not the hugest Carnie fan. It's been a lot. She was better today. Tell me in comments if you are not. If you're a huge Carnie fan, just tell me. The wonderful thing about our Chumpette community is we can be honest and have opinions. The same with the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. It's a safe place where we can have all sorts of great opinions, but not be cruel and unusual, right? There's plenty of other horrific Facebook Jeff Lewis groups for that, right? So go join those. So Lady Grace said she's a huge Carnie fan. So what I love is people can listen to Carnie, in my opinion, being on a lot. And then other people are like, no, give me Carnie all the time. The after show, the happy hour. Well, I don't think she'd be on the happy hour because she's an alcoholic. But Sarah, hold on for one more day. Exactly. Anyways, I liked it better. I love when she's on with Doug. I kind of like that she was on with Vahdat today. Not really sure why. Not really sure what did it. She did talk a lot. There was no, unless I missed it, there was no farting, no burping, no, you know, she did talk about her what is it? Her, what's that thing? She's trying to get it to come out. Maybe she's got some medical issues. So she talks about she's for 9 days now. She's not eating gluten, dairy, or sugar. I would just die. But she mentioned yesterday cottage cheese. Isn't that dairy? Like, hello? Like, does she even know what she's eating? I'm not sure. That is horrific. Look when I do that. Look at the wrinkles on my chest. That is disgusting. Woo! Talk about moobs. That's gross. Woo! Wow, that was attractive. Sorry, my back itched. Yes, her gallbladder. So that is a serious thing. Apparently, she had some tummy issues one day when she was coming to the Jeff Lewis show, and she's really restricting her diet so that she feels better. But that's hard. I mean, that's a lot of restrictions. A lot of restrictions. She said she was eating a lot of fat, or high fat foods, which is what the gallbladder takes care of, I think. Oh my God, I'm one wrinkle away from a panty shield for being Lady Grace. That is so wrong. And I love it for sure. One thing about Chumpettes is we all have disgusting senses of humor. And I love it for sure. Okay, so they start off the show. Jeff talks about Halloween. I didn't realize she wanted to be a butterfly. I guess I figured maybe it'd be a mermaid since she's getting this mermaid mural on her wall. I know, Lady Grace. She's getting this very expensive mural in the new house, right? But now she wants to be a devil. I kind of love it. I mean, I've had one of my kids be a devil before. They were kind of the angelic devil one time where it kind of had the white, it was kind of both. They had the angel wings and then she had devil ears. It was really cute. But, you know, I can see Monroe being a devil, super cute. I cannot wait. I wish he would tell us what this custom ring cost. It's white gold and diamonds and a butterfly, and it's like a smaller version. You know what? We need to ask our friend Paige Davis, Chump, to show us an up-close picture of the ring. If she posts some of her rings sometimes, but I don't know if she posted this one. I want to see what it looks like because it's supposed to be for Monroe's 7th birthday, like a miniature version of this, right? A shrunken down version of this, and it's ready. And I love that Jeff wants to give it to her early. I mean, her birthday is October 25th, and he's just dying to give it to her. I sort of love that about him. Yeah. Oh, Jocelyn says she's over getting dressed up as an adult. Yeah, tell me in comments, do you love to get dressed up for Halloween as an adult? And what are you going to be this year? Like, do you already know it? Like, a lot of the chomps are super into Halloween, and they've been playing in this for weeks already. Alyssa said on the after show, I think yesterday, that she's been sewing and working on her costume for weeks. Joey is more like me, and he kind of admitted, he's not that into Halloween. I mean, I do it. I have 5 kids. They've always dressed up. We've always taken them. Brian, my husband, would take them out for trick-or-treating in the neighborhood. Me and my mom, when she was alive, would stay in the front yard and do it. When the kids got older as teenagers, then they would either go out with friends or they would come back later and be the ones to pass out candy. So I think it's super cute. I have a black witch's hat, and I think I wore it last Halloween on the show. and it's kind of got this sheer, like a veil in front of it. So I like wearing that with like a black shirt. You know what I mean? That's kind of and I have dressed up years ago after having 5 kids. I was super thin, super snatched. My husband was a pilot, and it was the worst, cheapest, nastiest polyester thin costume of a pilot off Amazon ever. It was gross. Like, we should have gotten a better one. And then I had this, we can't call him a stewardess anymore, but a flight attendant costume. And it was super snatched, and a dress, and it was really hot looking, but you know, that ship has sailed. I'm now about 20 pounds heavier, so that ain't happening. What else? Big deal. Silent treatment. Have you been in an argument with your spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, and given the silent treatment for 4 days like Carnie? That's a long time. I need to find out exactly when Carnie got married, because she always says she's been married 23 years. Hey, y'all tell me on live, see this pillow back here that I love, that's all these Texas cities? Is it reversed for you? My equipment guy came yesterday, and we tried to fix that. And on one video it was backwards, and one it was flipped, and one it's not. When I look at my stuff, it looks flipped, but I don't know how it looks to y'all's. It is. Is it right though? Y'all are saying yes. Is it flipped? Or it is reversed. Maybe I changed the setting back. Okay, I'll have to check that afterwards. Speaking of, on YouTube, my tech guy did come by yesterday. He adjusted something on my iPad, so the in and out of like the blurriness should get fixed as of today. And clearly I'm still working on finding the best microphone for my show. So clearly a few weeks ago I got a microphone, and y'all were like, it sounds terrible, it sounds great. I mean, the opinions were so varied. It was literally crazy. Okay, that was just an update on technology and how I am trying to make things better for y'all, for sure. Silent treatment. Okay, do y'all give the silent treatment? So Jeff comes on and the after show, and he says he loves doing this to Stu because Stu can't stand it. So Carnie just flew to Texas with her husband, with her daughter, with her sister. So today is Thursday. They probably started fighting almost the day they got back, right? She tells a story. Basically, he was an asshole. She had to wake him up from a nap, what have you. 4 days of not talking, though? It seems a bit extreme. Oh. Okay, so Instagram is reversed, but YouTube is not reversed. Good to know. See, on me, looking at my screens, both are reversed. But I think I know how to fix it back. I thought I had it fixed. Technology is not my friend, so if you're great at technology, send me all the help. She cooked dinner for her family when they got back. Yeah, she said she made them pasta, which is better than me. I'd be ordering in for damn sure. Darla says it's passive aggressive and abusive to not talk to someone. I mean, I don't know about abusive. I think if you're better off, it almost sounded like Joey on the after show was talking about his husband Brian and how they kind of have spats, and they have learned to like have a little bit of space, right? Like, it's better that way. He even admitted that a couple of times they've slept in different rooms, being a fight. Now, I've been married almost 23 years. I am very opinionated, so I don't hold it in. I do feel like if I get mad at Brian, it's usually something about driving or taking a faster route I mean, it's the dumbest stuff, right? But I say it right then and there. I'm like, hey, he'll say, which way do you want to go? And I'm like, I've learned now, 23 years of marriage, you decide. If you're driving, you decide how we're getting there, because if there's traffic, if we're late, if there's construction, it is not going to be my fault, right? So I have learned that for damn sure. But we've got 5 kids, like a dog. I can't imagine I can't imagine not talking to him for that long. That's weird. Like, I might have an attitude. I also think when I get mad, tell me if y'all do this, I get quiet. Like, I'll be like, I can't even think of anything. Yes, I'll go get the dry cleaning. Just give me a second. Like, I get totally like in a whisper voice for damn sure. So y'all know if I'm on here and I'm loud, I'm really in a good mood, because I think when I get really mad, I get like in a whisper mood for sure. 2 peachy kids said horrid habits is to pass on to your kids. They pick up on this type of behavior. Yeah, that is true. Um, and I don't know, none of us are perfect. Being a parent is one of the hardest things in life for sure. Trust me on that, especially as they get older. Um, but it can also unite you, whenever you're dealing with something together, when something's happy, they're graduating from high school or deciding what college they're going to go to, things like that. But when they're sad, a boyfriend breaks up with them, they get into a car wreck that's their fault or not their fault. Things like that, things that are scary can make you get closer, even to more bonded, right? But the silent treatment, it doesn't solve anything, Kay Douglas says, and it drives a wedge in between. It's childish. Yeah, it just seems hard. Oh, why is Instagram being a fool? Did y'all come back on Instagram? Um, anyway, so let me know what you think about that. Carl's Jr. telling Jeff, I guess there's this manager named Yolanda. I love that he knows their name. This is how he's different from, Bethany. Bethany in a recent video was like, oh, I'm here. My friend at TJ Maxx, she loves my products and she's always compliment me on my purchases. I mean, what's your name? And the friend is like, well, what was the name? I forget what it was now. She said the name. But anyways, but I love that Jeff's like, oh yeah, I know the manager's name. She's Yolanda. She's great. She brings us special sauces. I think it's a complete compliment. I love that Carl's Jr. knows Jeff and Shane. Can you imagine, especially if you're a fan of Jeff Lewis and Shane, Jeff Lewis Live, Consuelo, yes, thank you. Can you imagine if they came into your place of business? I mean, I would just die. I don't know. Some of y'all have told me. I was recently chatting with a couple of y'all that live in the OC, and y'all were saying how y'all see Taylor, y'all see famous people around all the time. Kelly Dodd, at like the restaurants they go to a lot. What's the deck, the Laguna Deck, or whatever it's called. And y'all, some of y'all are saying you never go up to them, like you just don't want to fangirl out. I don't know. I would have to be in the right situation. I'd have to make sure it was a good time, like it was that if they felt approachable or not. But I think famous people go to popular spots at certain times because they love to be seen, right? When Jeff Lewis announces where he's going to be and what time over and over and over again, like he did for CatCon last year, almost exactly around this time, actually. I think that was like September 30th ish last year. Anyways, he wants people to come up to him. He loves it, right? Um, they all know you. Who's that? Yeah, I think they want that, and I'm fine with that. I think if you go on a reality show and you put yourself out there, like your real self, I think they want real people to come up to them. I think actors sometimes are different because they're putting on a facade, they're acting, right? So sometimes the fame that comes with that, some actors don't want it, but I feel like reality stars, they want the fame, they want people coming up with the celebrity, and I'm here for it. I love thinking of places like BravoCon, where it is all of our people. So if you are going to BravoCon, make sure you join the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. That is going to be where we'll talk about the meetups. We will meet chumpettes. It will be so much fun, I promise you. Also, don't forget about the September 30th event this year in Hollywood, realitybiteslive.com. Get your tickets. I will be at the happy hour evening one. And Donna Bowling will be there. Shout out Donna Bowling, Daily Dose of Donna. I cannot wait to meet her. I cannot wait. We are going to gab all freaking night. I cannot wait. And then I'll also be at the brunch during the day, which is 12 to 3. So there's 2 different tickets, or you can buy the bundle to be at both like I did. Get your information on Chef Stews and on Meet Amy Phillips Instagram. And there might be some news about that tomorrow. So today or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to check Chef Stew or Amy's Instagrams for sure. Will I get wasted? No, wasted isn't my thing. I like to be in control of things. So even though, shout out Zuba, even though I'll be Ubering and not having a car to drive, because I don't rent a car usually in LA, I won't get wasted. I mean, I say that. Oh my God, if I do, do not let me make an Instagram story, y'all. Woo! Y'all think I have a lot of energy? Wow. I mean, am I different when I'm drunk? I don't know. I'm pretty crazy when I'm sober. Let's not forget that Kathy Hilton knows me too. I mean, I'm just still dead that she came on our Instagram live a couple of weeks ago. That was just crazy. I love Carnie on the shows, but not a fan so much of the bathroom humor, Donna says. Yeah, kind of get it. If you do get wasted, no Instagram. Yeah, some of you chumpettes, I know I'm going to meet Sherry there. I know I'm going to meet Mary there. Who else am I meeting? Oh my God, I'm forgetting everyone. I cannot wait to hang out with y'all though, so for sure. Yeah, that was crazy when she came on. I am going to wrap this up about 5 minutes early, so we have about 5 more minutes. Tell me any questions, any comments in the comments. We love to see what you have to say. Make sure you hit the like button. Please, please, please like all my videos. All of that 2 seconds of just hitting the like button and making a comment, it really does help with my engagement, the algorithm, all that blah, blah, blah. So please do it for me. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're following me everywhere under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook group, Facebook page, and Threads. Whoever's on Threads, right? Anyways. What else? Okay, on the after show was Joey Zalzig and Amanda McCants. What is your Taco Bell order? Have you tried a Crunch Wrap Supreme? I never have. I sort of want to. I love Taco Bell. We didn't have off-campus lunch in high school, but we had a lunch that was like a little bit of English my senior year, and then a break of lunch, and then a little bit more of English. So if we were late to the class, it didn't still count against us as far as an absence goes. So we would walk over to Taco Bell, and I swear you could get a meal for $3. Now, of course, I graduated high school in 1991. You can't get those deals anymore, but I love a Taco Bell. I love the bean and cheese. I love a Supreme, Taco Supreme. I love lettuce and tomato. I love all that stuff for sure. Crunchwrap is so good, but so bad. I mean, my stomach, eating things like that can, let's just say it's not good for the stomach so much. I don't go potty. I'm not regular enough as it is. Cheese quesadilla with the nacho cheese Mexi melt. Oh my God. Oh, a 6-pack of tacos. Shit. Just go deep. Joey said something. If you're not following Joey, I don't think I'm following Amanda McCants. And trust me, the only reason I don't follow a whole lot of people, the ones I do follow are super active on Instagram, like 20 stories a day, lots of posts. So it's a lot for me to keep up with. And I feel it feels like a never-ending to-do list if I see these circles on people's Instagram stories and I want to go look at them. So if I followed a shit ton of people, hundreds and thousands, it would drive me nuts to know I missed some content. So that's just my ADD type A personality that I can't. But I do follow Joey and I love his content. He's super outgoing. He's super positive, encouraging. He's on TikTok also. I happened to catch him on TikTok live yesterday, so that was really good. If you follow too many people, the ones you want to see will get pushed down. Yeah, I cleaned up my own personal Facebook follows during COVID also. And it's not that anyone made me mad or anything. I went to a huge high school in Houston. I've lived in the city I'm in since 2001. I know a lot of people. I have 5 kids. I mean, I know people from volleyball and baseball and soccer. And I mean, it's a lot of people. Anyone could be a stranger and they'll be like, oh, friend request. And so I realized if I don't know you, if I don't talk to you on a regular basis, I just kind of unfriended. Whereas my husband hits the button that's like the hide button or whatever it is. He does that because he's too, pansy. I'm not. I'm just like, I'm unfriending you. If I get called out on it like I was one time, only once so far, and she has my cell number, and I basically said, oh, just text me. Like, our kids don't hang out. We don't really hang out and talk. Just text me. Like that, to me, that shows you're better of a friend than a Facebook message, right? Anyways, we're going to wrap it up real quick, but I love the talk of Costco, Kian falling asleep today, the intermittent fasting. I kind of do that also myself. I don't know if it's helping me, maintain my weight, but I need to do any things to keep my weight down. So I love it. Oh, Whisper Blue says, I appreciate you answering DMs. I love chatting with y'all. I talk to you a lot on DM. I talk to you a lot on Instagram phone. Some of you I've met in person. I have lunch and dinner with here in Houston. We travel together. We're going to meet up at shows together. It really is so fun. Kathy is another one that I'm going to meet up with for the first time in September 30th. What did you eat to lose weight? I don't know. I don't know. I'll talk about that another day. Anyways, I have to leave a little bit earlier today, so thank you so much. If you just got on, catch the replay. It goes up immediately on Instagram and on my YouTube. Thank you so much for liking the videos and following me. Everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Have an amazing Thursday, and don't forget, cooking kibitz tonight. Doug Buden's Instagram, 5 o'clock Pacific. See you there, and I'm kind of at the gym whenever that goes on at Body Pump, but I do listen to it in my AirPods. Okay, bye, Chumpettes.